Today, February 15, 2024, Lyles Station Historic School and Museum highlights James McCune Smith, a man of many firsts. The first African American to receive a medical degree, the first African American to own and operate his own pharmacy, and the first African American physician whose work was published in a national medical journal. He worked alongside Frederick Douglass and other abolitionists of his day to combat racism and promote social equality. Smith, born in 1813 in New York, had to serve an indenture since his mother Lavinia was enslaved to Samuel Smith, her owner. The law in New York stated that children born to slaves would be free only after serving an indenture, but would not be counted as slaves. Lavinia was later, as she said, self-emancipated. As a boy, Smith attended the African Free School. In 1824, General Lafayette, the Revolutionary War hero from France, returned to America and visited the school. The honor of writing and delivering the welcome address for General Lafayette fell upon Smith, a brilliant student who even at a young age knew he wanted to be a doctor. Since licensed African American doctors were not yet in existence, he was apprenticed to a blacksmith, a job deemed more appropriate for his race. This did not deter Smith, who studied Latin as he worked the blacksmith's bellows with one hand, holding his textbook with the other. Smith, denied admittance to King's College, now Columbia College, journeyed to Scotland where he attended the University of Glasgow, one of the world's premier medical schools. During his 5 years at Glasgow, he earned 3 degrees, graduating at the top of his class. He returned to New York in 1837, given a hero's welcome by his community. Smith soon opened a pharmacy patronized by both white and black customers. He served them from the front of the building, while he met with abolitionists in the back and assisted runaway slaves who found their way to the shelter he provided. Smith didn't just run the pharmacy. He also established his own medical practice in Lower Manhattan, where he treated white and black patients alike. Additionally, he ran a school in the evening where he taught young children. Smith was concerned about the future and safety of the children in his community, especially those living in the colored orphan asylum. Before his appointment in 1846 as the only doctor for the asylum, the facility had relied on the pro bono services of white doctors who had rationalized the deaths of the black children as due to their race. Under Smith's care, the children and orphanage flourished. During the 1850s, Smith and Frederick Douglass worked together to establish the National Council of Colored People, emphasizing providing more educational opportunities for black youth. He also worked on the Committee of 13, a group working in opposition of the Fugitive Slave Act. He and others on the committee provided assistance to runaway slaves, helping them evade capture as they navigated the Underground Railroad. Frederick Douglass valued Smith's intellect and hard work, calling him the single most important influence on his life. Smith regularly contributed to Douglass's newspaper, the North Star, and composed the introduction for Douglass's second autobiography, My Bondage, My Freedom. Smith succeeded financially, moving into a mansion he had built by white workmen. His property was valued at $25,000 in 1860. Today, that would be almost $1 million. He employed servants, won a live-in from Ireland. Life was going well. However, during the New York draft riots of 1863, the orphanage was targeted by angry mobs and burned to the ground. Smith moved his family out of Manhattan, where he and other prominent African American families no longer felt safe, into Brooklyn. 2 years later, he passed away at age 52, a victim of congestive heart failure, only 5 months after the end of the Civil War. He spent his life fighting against oppression and for the better health and well-being of others.